Good morning, folks. We'll be starting in just a second. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let me put my mug on here. All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is my second day home alone. It's like that movie Home Alone, right? How much trouble can the kid get into without having adults supervise? So, as I mentioned, my wife left for Tampa to visit my daughter. My oldest daughter lives in Tampa for now, and so I'm home alone. So people are wondering, like, how am I surviving? I'm not used to doing anything for myself. My wife had to order me food 2 days in advance to make sure I'm okay. Good morning, Arnolfo, Culpable, Richard, Stacy, Roddy, Kevin, Dr. Luke, Randy, Ivano, John, Vernon, Lloyd, Ivan, Greg, Chidori, Cheese Grade Trader, how are you? Jill, good morning. Graham, Scotty, Javad, James, Mike, Devin, Burl, Deanna, Scott, Mr. Dragon Don is here. Wade, Sapster, Minnesota Matt is in the house. Gregory, Devin, Herb, Ray, Stan, Steve, Charles, George, Alan, CJ, Jason, Rayner, Walt, Mr. Yuri's here. Bill, Mind, Don, Scorp. Good morning, Scorp 007. I love that name. Doug, Brendan, Daryl, Maria. Good morning, Maria. Eagle Beagle is in the house. As long as Eagle Beagle's in the house, we're going to have a great day. Love Eagle Beagle. Good morning, Adam. Always good to see you. Cam is here. Good morning, Cam. Let us know what you and Mr. Goose have scheduled for today's customer service live event. Robert is here. Keith, Mr. Hopiumatic, good morning to you. Pete is here. Gregory, good morning, Gregory. Steve, Chuck, David, Burl. And by the way, folks, I want to thank you. I got over 150 emails yesterday thanking me about various programs. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Those emails are great. I try to post a few of them in the Telegram channel, but we get a lot of testimonials, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Genevieve, Bernie the Bear's here. David is here. Chuck, Steve, Gregory. We got Jack. Good morning, Jack. We got Genevieve. We got Karen the Shark. Always good to have Karen the Shark here. Let me go up a little bit. Mookie is in the house. Moondog is here. Julio, Peter. Good morning, Peter. Leo, High Grounder. I responded to you, High Grounder, I think earlier this morning or late last night. I don't remember. I get so many emails. Don, good morning. Kevin, good morning, Kevin from Carlsbad. Good to see you. Paul, and folks, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you in April. Kevin and Sandy's going to be there, and Richie's going to be there, and Bob's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Donna, Kevin, Paul, Don, Kevin, Sandy's here. Good morning to you. Good morning. Love the pictures of those kitties, Sandy. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kittens. Aussie One is here. Mark, Jesse, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. And I hope this week is a better week for you than last week. David, I want to go fast. Mundianko, Stefan, Frex, David, Texas Kirk. Piet DeBrock is here. Good morning. Bonnie, Sylvia. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. We got Sergey, we got Whitco, we got Paul, we got Goose. Good morning, Goose. Let us know what you guys have for customer service live, and I'll give you guys a shout out. Chris, Kevin, Ladorsky. Always good to have Ladorsky here. We got Hefe here. Good morning, Jeff. Ann, Bob, Ralph, William. Good morning, William. We got Becky, we got Ronnie, we got Harry, we got Linda. Good morning, everybody. We got Matt. Got a lot of people here. Johnny, good morning, everybody. Good morning, and thank you for being here. We got a great session today. The first thing I want you guys to do, if you guys can, is please, please, please don't forget and make sure you're not doing what I'm doing. Hey, Bull Rider. Hey, Claude. Terrence, good morning. Johnny, good morning, everybody. Make sure you're not on auto. Make sure you're on 1080p, okay? 1080p. All right. It'll be much easier for you guys to see everything. Okay. Hey Bob, good morning. Bob Rundle, good morning to you. Terrence, Claude, Bull Rider, Johnny, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. All right. All right. Yes, and if you guys don't mind, also give us a thumbs. I forgot about that. If you guys don't mind, there's a thumbs up button right here. Where is it? Where's that thumbs up button? I don't even see my thumbs up. Oh, yeah, here it is. Give us one thumbs up just one time if you guys get benefit out of it. Hey, Kevin, Jason, Mike, Al. So we'll lead off with using indicators on TradingView. Very nice. Very nice. Lloyd, good morning. Good morning. Tara, Adrian from Singapore. My goodness. Good morning. Now, folks, let me throw some links your way, okay? Real quick. The first link is VIP room. Yesterday, I talked about debit spreads and options. We're going to continue on that. We're going to continue down that road today. And we're going to be talking about credit spreads, putting together credit spreads, the difference between debit spreads and credit spreads, how to use implied volatility to your advantage. Here, I got a whole agenda actually here. Let me see what I got here. Okay, debit spreads versus credit spreads, putting together credit spreads, upside of debit versus credit. What structure do we need for spreads? Why taking premium works better than debit spreads during choppy markets that we're currently in? How to manage credit spreads? Do we always wait for expiration or take profit early on credit spreads? How implied volatility can generate higher premium with credit spreads? What strikes to use for credit spreads? How to work orders for credit spreads? And the mechanics of credit spreads. And here's the link once again. And people love credit spreads. And I'll show you how we've been doing on our credit spreads. And here is the Telegram channel. Hey, Catherine, this is where I post all the goodies for you throughout the day. Is Vold on TradingView? Has all their yeah, it does. It does, HG. It's there. It's there. It has to be there. It's just market internal. It's just probably under a different name. But it's there. It's definitely there. Every program calls it differently, but it's there. And here's customer service live link where they'll be talking about TradingView today. Actually, HG, but there is definitely a Vold on TradingView. You like the session on options and gaps? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Today we're going to talk more about options today, and give you some statistics a little later in the week. But for everybody who's going to be coming here for the event, you know that session where we had with gaps and I gave you the numbers, the statistics? Well, I'm going to have those numbers and statistics for several other things during the live event. And you guys will get all those numbers and statistics. I'm saving the best for last. Yeah, I think it's misbehaving on TradingView, but I don't think it's always been there. It's never been an issue. I would just reach out to TradingView and see what the problem there is. I'll see I'll let me know if you have problems today, and let me know what tickers you're using, and I'll sync Matt on it. Okay. All right. And Matt finished one of the scanners yesterday. I think it was for the gaps. He's got one more to go. I think it's for Quick Strike for TradingView. Speaking of which, okay. All right, folks. Let's begin. We've got a lot to cover today. All right. Good morning, Debbie. You're welcome, Aussie, Forrest. And again, folks, I really want to thank you. I get so many amazing emails from you. I don't know if you're just sending them to me because I'm asking for it or because you're making money, but the emails I'm getting are just fantastic. Really life-changing emails. And I'm very grateful and thankful, and they keep me doing what I'm doing. Oh, all right, Cam. All right, we'll figure it out. But yeah, they've always had Vold, T2104. All right. What does the market have to digest? Well, we got Fed speakers today. Let me turn on TC 2000 while I'm at it. Always good to have Always good to have TC2000 working while we're doing this. Okay. I got the new one downloading, actually. 1 second. Let me turn it on here. So let me get it up here so that I could see what's going on with the market today. All right. Bonds have been coming off today. This is the last 15, 20 minutes right here. Okay. Yeah, this is real time right now. Yeah, this is real time right now. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. See what the SPY's doing. SPY is also coming off. We'll talk about all of this in just a few minutes. So we've got consumer confidence. This is a new report. Hey, Mary. Hey, Brian. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We got the consumer confidence and we got the manufacturing index. These both come out at 10 a.m. And these are something that the market will want to take into account, especially consumer confidence, because it's coming out so far in advance of the PPI report. And because we've been having a lot of delayed data, consumer confidence is going to go a long way right now. Now, do I think consumer confidence is where it should be? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think it's where it should be at all, but it'll be interesting to see. And also, we've got these Fed speakers sprinkled in here, sprinkled in throughout the day. We'll see what happens there, okay? But it'll be a very interesting day today, okay? Very, very interesting day today. Also, remember, folks, after the market, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe our president is speaking tonight. But I think that happens after the market closes, so we're not really going to get a chance to digest much of that. We're not really going to get a chance to really digest that till later today, okay? Excuse me, till tomorrow. And no, I have no idea what he's going to say well, actually, I have a really good idea what he's going to say. He's going to blame everybody on the tariffs, and he's going to talk a lot of all the threats and all the things we're going to be doing and how I don't know the impact of it, but we need to kind of figure out where we're going to go with these tariffs because it seems like we're back at square one, or not square one, but it looks like we're back into the uncertainty area. Okay. Earnings. Let me give you this because it's only Tuesday. We're just getting into this right now. 9:00 Eastern. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know why he has to speak so late. I mean, why couldn't he do it a little earlier? Yeah. Why does anybody know why it's so late? Why he doesn't speak it? And this is not political. I'm genuinely curious. Like, how come he doesn't do it at 6 p.m. like when most people are awake? And because I go to sleep early sometimes, I want to hear it. All right. So Home Depot already came out. We're going to talk about catalysts in just a few minutes. But yeah, he speaks late. I don't know. Maybe it's just a standard time they do these speeches. I don't know. Bond market is still in this range. We haven't broken out. I like this right now, and I like what I'm seeing, but I'd like to see us break above 90.15. Let's see where we're at right now. We're at 89.85. We're like right here right now. Okay, so we got to get above this level, or we're going to consolidate near the 8-day, and there's a good chance we may just pull back to the 8-day and consolidate. But I want to see what happens here. This isn't ready to go just yet. Pacific time. That makes sense. Of course. Duh. Yes. That makes sense. State of Union. Okay, that makes sense. Now, that answers my question. No. That actually, I had a genuine question. I wasn't trying to be funny. I honestly did not know. No. Because of the West Coast. Of course. How can I be so ignorant? That now it makes a lot of sense. Because at 3:00 it wouldn't make any sense. He wants people to see it. People are working at 3. No, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. He does. I listen, I don't pretend to know everything. Gold looks like it wants to start heading a little higher. I know it's a little lower right now, and it looks like it wants to go back in this range, but this is actually a pretty good pattern right here. I know it's hitting support, but it made a higher high. Now, the only caveat here, it happened pre-open. I want to see it after the market opens trade here, because remember, anything that happens pre-open is not going to be represented here after the opening bell, right? So we need to see if the market's actually going to open or make a higher high. But I like this. This is actually a pretty bullish move for the silver market. Yeah, I totally forgot about West Coast. I'm sorry. I forgot. Silver. Let's just take a quick look at silver. Listen, folks, I'm human too, you know. Silver hasn't gotten there yet. Silver's got to get above this red line here. This is the VWAP. By the way, this is the year to date VWAP right here. And it's telling us that if silver can get above here, that means everybody who bought here as a whole in terms of volume is no longer losing money. So it's really important for silver to get back above this level, and that level is at 82 something, okay? Yes, definitely the West Coast. Again, I keep forgetting that there's other people living on West Coast time. The bond market's looking awful, by the way. They're nasty bars, not good. Let's see what it's doing to SMH. Dow's coming off. SPY, QQQ. Holding up okay. We got some bullishness from SMH, which I'm really happy about. We'll talk about all that in a second. Gabriel, good morning to you, and good morning. Well, I'm glad you asked. This is beginning of the year, and this is the end of the quarter. Now, you're probably going to say, well, Roger, end of the quarter and beginning of the year, first of the year, it should be at the same price. And you're right. They should be at the same level. But you see, I'm a sneaky rascal. I don't put the beginning of the quarter right at the beginning of the quarter. I put it a week earlier when we have quad witching. You see, look, quad witching dates. See these dates right here? I use these dates for the quarterly. These are the dates we're going to be using. So on March 20th, guess what happens? We switch to VWAP. So by doing it, I put the VWAP on the highest, on the most volatile day preceding the end of the quarter, which actually works really well. And theoretically, that's where you're supposed to put the anchored VWAP anyway, at a high range day. So I'm taking advantage of these days. Okay, it's a little trick I picked up a long time ago. Okay, so that's the reason why you're seeing. That's the reason why you're seeing. That's the reason why you're seeing different levels. Okay, that's the reason why you're seeing different levels right here. Okay, U.S. dollar. US dollar. We're above the VWAPs right here. But again, I don't know if this range is going to go up or not. We're pinched. We're between two moving averages. We need to get either up here or come down here. If it's going to take too long for us to get here, this will turn around and start coming back down. Okay. Are bonds responding? They're not responding to anything positive right now. They're going straight down right now. We're at a major support level right now. The next level is 89.73. Okay, so be careful. Be careful right here. Be very, very careful on the bond market, because if we can't get above these, see how wicky it is here. So, but we aren't deviated from the 8 days. So let's just see what happens next few days. What I'm more concerned about is the U.S. dollar, because we're at the 50-day line. We've got two major moving averages above us. We got the VWAPs right below us. And if this thing can't get higher, it's going to go lower, okay? We need this to go higher pretty soon. Hey, Nestor, good morning to you. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, please, please, please make sure we're about to get into charts. Please make sure you're watching at 1080p, okay? And make sure, if this is helpful to you, give us a thumbs up, okay? Which is right here. Below this video, and subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost anything. You'll be notified the minute I go live. I was actually notified today when we went live. Here, you could see what I'm talking about on the bond market right here. See how it's coming down? The next level, the next level is 89.73. These are my levels from yesterday, and boy, do they work. 89.62. These are the levels right here. Okay, let's continue. So real quick, VIP room, everything about options today. Everything about options, and spreads and credit spreads. There's the link. Hey, Illinois grain farmer, good to see you. Welcome. Is your uncle here? We got a lot of people who actually turned on other family members, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. I just posted my Telegram channel. Here, I'm going to post this. This is the earnings for the week in case you didn't get them yesterday. Here, let me post this for you. All right. I just posted them on the Telegram channel for you again. Okay. Earnings from yesterday. All right. Bonds are going down. Hey, C. Fazio, good to see you. The uncle's there's the uncle. There's the nephew, Illinois grain farmer, and C. Fazio is the nephew. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. So glad you guys are here today. So bond market consolidation, silver and gold, hopefully a leg up above these key levels on silver, and on gold, higher high than yesterday. Basically, what I want to see today, I want us to take out, write this down. 52.5730. I want us to take out 52.5730. We got to take that out. Out. Thank you, Mr. Fazio. I appreciate it. US dollar. Remember what I told you. Similar to the bond market, if we don't see any upside here, see how we're pinched between the 50 and the 200 and the 100? This is not a great place to be. And again, this reminds me of this scenario right here. I mean, where it huffed, it puffed, and then it came right back down. So I'm very, and honestly, I didn't think about it till now, but I think the market may be waiting for tonight's Trump's address. Crude oil, same thing like bonds and US dollar. They're waiting for directional bias. You could see it right here. The good news is they're at least starting to come up to this level, which is kind of sort of what we're seeing on the gold market. So the question is this going to be a new level for gold? I mean, for crude oil, I would imagine based on all the global scenarios right now that we're going to be a little elevated. And if the U.S. dollar comes down, it may give crude oil a little bit more of a push. But we are getting above this. This area is being defended fairly well. I don't want to say really well, but fairly well. So let's see if we can stay here and start building a base here on crude oil, okay? But I'm not expecting anything crazy here. Hey, Mark, good to see you. Good to see you. Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin coming off. Bitcoin is coming off. I hate to say I told you so, but remember, the longer we stay here, the higher the odds that price action is going to get used to being here. I explained this via the example I gave you via a V bounce recovery when you have a down move and then you have an up move almost right away versus a move that consolidates. The more you consolidate near a new level without jumping up, the more that's telling us that price is getting used to being at that level. And if price is getting used to being at that level, that level will become the norm. So when this broke down, this is really important what I'm sharing with you, and it applies to every market. So what you may be thinking, I'm talking about cryptos right now, but I'm talking about your favorite stock right now. Now that I've got your attention, let's continue. So you see how this is breaking down a clear trend? We don't know. This is price discovery. This is price looking for a new value. Price got here and it accepted this value. You could see right here. That's very dangerous because when a price accepts a new value, that means it has no reason to go back up. That means that move that you were waiting for to bounce back is no longer viable. That means price is very cozy, warm and fuzzy being in this area. Okay, similar happened to Amazon. Remember, I showed you an example with Amazon. Hold on. Remember, everything I'm talking about applies to everything. See this right here? See when we came down and I said, are we going to have a V recovery or not? Notice how price is remaining in this area. That means price is accepting this area. That means this is not a oops. Oh, this is just over. We're overdone. We're going to bounce right back up. No. This is meaningful. This is telling us that price is accepting this. You understand? And that's dangerous because that means that the longer price stays here without jumping back up, the longer it's telling us that price is very warm and fuzzy here. And as you could see, price has gotten really warm and fuzzy here. And we went down further on high volume. That means that price is very, very comfortable. That means that you shouldn't be expecting a bounce on crypto stocks anytime soon. In English, okay? For all of you who want me to give you an interpretation in plain English. So be careful right here. Be careful. Be careful. China is still in this range. It's easier to see when you look on a weekly basis. You could see how we're still well in this range. And it looks like we're just going to continue being in this range for quite some time. Okay. All right. Just kind of looks like it's very slow deceleration. Don't pay attention to all of these gaps because these happen. This is the overnight market that we're looking at. Okay. Do you think Trump will touch on non-export of the much needed resource for all chips? I think he's going to be spewing hatred and telling everybody how he anticipated the Supreme Court to make this decision, and this is part of his grand plan, and he planned it all along, and he's going to now um, do something that's much more aggressive because he was right all the time. That's what he's going to tell us. I mean, that's what I think he's going to tell us. That's what he's been telling us for the last 24 hours, right? But we'll see. We'll see. I wish he would just say, guys, I got it wrong. We're going to try a backup plan. I overestimated. I shot first and asked questions later. I'm a boo-boo. It happens. But he's not going to do that. He's going to double down on this. We know how he operates. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to defend his decision and double down on it. You know? Exactly. Um, all right. Again, I'm not, I'm just telling you based on everything we know. All right. Catalysts. And please don't give me catalysts for stocks that are going to be reporting tonight, because you see, unless they have a time machine, the market's not going to be able to do them. Don't do what Charles did yesterday. Don't start giving me stocks that are reporting tonight. I want stocks that have already reported either last night or this morning. If they didn't report last night or this morning, there's no way they can be a catalyst because the market has not invented what we call the time machine yet. Okay. Minnesota Matt's coming in hot. Infotech, consumer discretionary, energy. All right. So we got Fed speakers. We got consumer discretionary. We got, I don't have Japan. Japan? What's going on? What happened in Japan? Japan closed higher today. I don't see anything in Japan. All right. Let's see. Info, consumer discretionary, energy, consumer staples, financials, chips, healthcare, and utilities. Remember utilities from yesterday? I think there's a utility stock coming out too. Walter, Fed speakers, chips, energy, infotech, financial, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, financial. Yes. I don't have industrial. Where's the industrial? Minnesota Matt, I think you might be missing utilities, but I don't see where you guys are getting industrial from. But I think Minnesota Matt is correct. Charles says Fed data, Fed speakers, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, energy, financial, healthcare, industrial, utilities. I have utilities. I've got utilities. Yeah, that's what I said. Minnesota Matt is missing utilities. But where did you guys get the industrial from? Where's the industrial? Tell me, help me out. Help me out here. Let me know. All right. Meanwhile, we'll start this, okay? All right, let's begin. We got a lot to talk about today. EXPD, let's see. Let's see. EXPD, let's take a look. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You guys got it right. Thank you. So Minnesota, Matt, you and I both missed, we both missed industrial and we missed utilities. So I guess Charles got it right today. You got it right, Charles. Today, you got it right. Minnesota, Matt, you and I came too short. We came too short. All right. Let's continue. Let's read this, baby. All right. Signaling a partial rebound from yesterday's sell-off on Wall Street triggered by, folks, I'm going to tell you again, the only sector that's being impacted negatively by this disruptive AI is the financial sector. And there's no proof of this. And again, it's not a credit crunch. So we got to get past this, okay? Investors are waiting for U.S. Trump's State of Union address. Now we know why it's at 9 o'clock. Makes perfect sense, actually. New round of U.S. economic data, comments from federal officials. IBM plunged. Did you guys know that this was the biggest down day in IBM since the dot-com burst? I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Still, it's like if it's a catalyst and it had earnings, Minnesota Matt, it's a catalyst. Doesn't have to be up or down over 1%. Big banks and other financial firms slumped after a report from Citrini Research igniting fresh concerns about the economic fallout from AI. That's what caused the bank stocks to go down yesterday. Folks, listen and listen good. This is not a credit crunch. This is good news. This simply means there's going to be a rebalancing of sectors. That means there's more money coming into. There's not going to be any fallouts. Okay, there's not going to be any fall. This is the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, all it means is money is going to go less from one industry and more into another industry. Okay, and by the way, in the VIP room, I gave you a ticker symbol that benefits from this AI Anthropic startup. I gave it to you about 3 or 4 days ago. Okay. I gave you the ticker symbol CLK, I think, or CK. I forgot the ticker symbol. If you guys remember that ticker symbol, please post it here. Actually, you know what I'll do? Let me pull it up for you. I'll post it here. Let me see. Maybe it was in the main Telegram channel. Hold on. Here it is. See, I did you guys a solid. Look what I wrote. This is February 17th. If you folks like longer term holds, check out ticker SKM. It owns a ton of Anthropic. It's a privately held AI company, not publicly traded on major exchanges. It has massive valuation, often exceeding 300 billion as of early 2026. Investors can gain exposure via secondary markets. This is a long-term fundamental trade that could last 1 year or longer. Ticker SKM. On my public Telegram channel to almost 7,000 people at 11:37 on the 17th. And all of a sudden, they're talking about it here this morning. Did you guys see this on the 17th? Only 1,236 people saw it. I gave you guys gold right here. I gave it to you for free. I gave it to you in this public Telegram channel that I'm posting a link for right now. Okay? Anthropic, ticker SKM. When the stock starts being worth 50 times what it's worth now, don't come crying to me when you miss out on it. And don't say I didn't give it to you. I gave it to you for free in the public Telegram channel. And I gave it to you 6 days ago. Yes, I did. Right here. Right here. Anthropic private. There it is. You got no one to blame but yourself if you missed that one. All right. So this is a bunch of phony baloney. There's no credit crunches out there. There's no banks going out of business. This is simply banks trying to come to terms with the future of technology. That's all this is. That's a positive thing. That's not a negative thing. Okay. DDOG tumbled more than 11%. PayPal is now looking to be a takeover candidate. Oy vey on that one. Federal government Waller said on Monday that his decision on whether to back up interest rate cuts at central banks meeting will depend on upcoming labor market data. I agree with him. If the data supports the idea of an improvement, basically he's going to be data dependent, which is what he should be to begin with. Okay. Let's look at the bond market. It's just consolidating. SPY's coming back up. SMH is coming back up nicely. I like SMH today quite a bit. Okay. All right. Okay. We have a 95% chance that the Fed is not going to take action in March. I told you that back a while ago. President Trump's, I don't even really want to read this, but I will. 10% new global tariffs took effect on Tuesday. We have not been directed at 15% yet. it's just talk. It's just posturing. Anyways, we'll closely watch his State of the Union. I'll be watching that, and I won't be watching this at all. I'll be watching the S&P 500 to the reaction of this. I'm not going to listen to one word he says. On the economic data front, and I just want to see how the market reacts to what he says. We have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. today. That's this report. It's coming at 10 o'clock. And we have Lisa Cook speaking at 9:30. Waller. We have a lot of Fed speakers today. Including Barkin at 3:15. And the manufacturing index at 10 a.m. as well. Okay. All right. Let's continue. There's the manufacturing index. There's the consumer. These are the big reports we have to digest. On the earnings front, Home Depot already reported. CEG, Dr. Pepper, Workday, HPQ. Okay, I wanted to make sure I don't have it on my list. China closed higher today. Investors returned from a 9-day holiday. Man, I could use a 9-day holiday. Optimism over lower U.S. tariffs and domestic technology advancing, boosting sentiment. Tech stocks were among the biggest gainers. Humanoid robots showcasing their capabilities at the nation's annual spring gala. Folks, I don't know if you've seen this. If you guys haven't seen this online, it is amazing. It is the shit that these things can do is amazing. Okay, it was my jaw dropped. Okay, what these things can do. Okay, if you haven't had a chance, watch the video online. Somebody send it to me. Amazing. Chip stock closed higher as trading resumed after a long weekend. Chip stocks rallied on Tuesday on expectations of additional investment in AI infrastructure. You know, it's funny. Bank stocks are going down because of AI. Chip stocks, which is the actual industry that we're focused on, is making new highs. So it's really funny how bank stocks are taking a backseat, but AI stocks are actually going up. Folks, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing that there's money coming into AI, that there's an imbalance. This is called money going into technology. This is where it's supposed to be going. This is not banks going down because of a credit crunch. This is because they're asking for, these companies want more money because they're generating income. They could see writing on the wall that there's demand for these AI. Now, it's going to take 10 years for you guys to have a robot, like I said, the Terminator next to you, but we got to start somewhere, right? All right. Japan, what is everybody talking about? Japan closed higher, trading resumed after a long weekend. Chip stocks rallied on expectations of additional investment in AI infrastructure. Reuters reported NVIDIA was close to finalizing a $30 billion investment deal. This is amazing. This is good. This is not bad. This is not banks going out of business, okay? Keys surged over 16%. Home Depot rose. Hims, oh yeah. It looks like I'm going to be buying different. I'm going to be investing in different shampoos. I love their shampoo. It has that smell that I love. Their Security and Exchange Commission new investigation. Not good for me. Not good. All right. The banks are down because they need to reevaluate their spending because it's too much demand for AI, and they need to create this. But that's a good thing, not a bad thing, folks. Remember, we can't move ahead in this world without AI. Okay, so to me, this is just it's the funniest thing. You got to worry about bank stocks when there's a credit crunch. Okay, put the call ratio. Put the call ratio is still holding on. Nothing really crazy here. Nothing really out of the world. Kind of in between. A little bit more towards the Bulls, but couldn't really. I mean, towards the Bears, but really couldn't get there. This is noise right now. All right. Put the call ratio. I don't like this. We have 49% here, and we're sticking to 50. I want this to be above 50, and I want this to be above 50. Russell 2000, 47%. This is not good, but we still have over 60%. So to me, this looks like a little sell-off, but the foundation, this is the foundation right here. Foundation is still looking good. This is what I'm worried about, the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, S&P index is looking okay. It's not looking bad. You got S&P 500, 60%, 63%. Financials are having a big problem. Let's look at them. Okay. We had news yesterday telling us that look at this downtrend. Okay. Now we're in a downtrend. Let's take a good look at it. We're right at, let's see where the support lines here are. Let's put some levels on this baby. Got a major support right here, right there. Right there. You got major support right there. You got major support right there. Right there. And notice they come off a lot when there's some kind of an issue with this. The last time we went down was when the Fed was threatening, Trump was threatening the Fed, the veracity of the Fed right here. Um, I don't think this is going to go very far, and I'll show you why. This is the financial sector. See, I came in hot and loaded today. This is the financial sector. Do you want an image of this? Of course you do. Don't be silly. So I'm going to post it in the Telegram channel for you. But if you're not in the Telegram channel, you're not going to get to see it. This is going back only 15 years, not that long, only 15 years. And you could see that we do have times where we break down during COVID and times, but every time we go up pretty quickly. And we're right now near the floor before the breakdown. So we'll see if this is a major breakdown or not. But usually they don't last that long. They're pretty quick and brutal. Okay, but unless there's fear in the market right now, and I mean like emotional fear, I'm not seeing this type of an environment. I'm seeing more of us holding this level around here. Okay, so I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, and I think we're going to bounce near these areas around here. The only reason we would come lower here is if we start having a fundamental break, like a credit crunch or something that truly tells us that financials are in trouble. Just because financials are reevaluating how they're going to do their spending on AI doesn't really mean anything. So, yes, this is a downtrend. Yes, we have volume, but we also know why this is happening. And we know what's causing it. And we also could see that chip stocks, while this is happening, are doing this right there, making swing highs. So I'm not as concerned about what I'm trying to say is I don't like what financials are happening, but I don't think these financials is going to lead to anything. I think it's an isolated event because it's based on something that's not threatening the economy. It's actually based on something that's going to make the economy bigger and better over time. Okay. So again, to me, it looks a little, to me, this is a little overdone. And you could see right now, financials are the weakest sector. You still have 47% here. You still have 47%. So it's not too bad, but we are the weakest sector right now. And I'm expecting it to start coming up sooner than later. And I think this is going to give the market a nice little boost when it does. Okay. So again, you got to look at why things are happening. Remember, financials broke down yesterday because there may be more spending on AI. Well, spending on AI is our future. There is no future without AI. So to me, it's kind of something that has to happen. And AI stocks are loving it. So I don't really see a big issue there. Okay. Let's take a look at it, Jeff. Let's take a look real quick. Let's take a look at XLF. On a monthly basis, we're not really doing anything that crazy here. Nothing really that crazy on a monthly basis, and nothing really that crazy on a weekly basis. Looks like a head and shoulders here, but we're already past the neckline. By the way, I want to show you something interesting. The neckline is right here. That's your neckline right there. So it doesn't look like it's got that much more to go. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. My point is, I'm not seeing a move like this develop. I'm not seeing a move like that develop. There has to be something continuous, something surprising. This is not new or surprising. Okay. All right. S&P 500. What is the S&P 500 doing? Nothing. Nothing. We bounced off the 100-day again yesterday. Now we're above the 100-day. Not really doing very much. Okay. QQQ, consolidating, not really doing very much. SMH is killing it. That's the future right here. That's speculative. This is very good. RSP is cooling off right here. We're near the bottom of this range. Let's see if we break this. If we break this, this may be our this may be stocks telling us that they're industrial material, those type of stocks telling us they're done moving up, and money may start coming back into financials and more into semiconductors. Let's keep an eye on this right now. But we haven't broken this trend line just yet. Okay. The mags are still at the 200-day moving average. We have no flight yet. We're still in a very choppy market, and the Russell 2000 is consolidating as well. Okay. Sectors. You have very nice exposure here in terms of where stocks are. Look where communication is. Look where semiconductors is. Look where QQQ is. We were down here 2 days ago. Consumer discretionary is coming up. Technology's coming up. Remember what this looked like? Here, let me go back and show you. Let's go back 1 week, and let's go back a few more days. In the middle of the week, look. Semiconductor, technology, QQQ, consumer discretionary, communication, and Bitcoin. This is February 6th. Do you see that? Since then, this has been coming up a little bit. So you could see right now, semiconductors, communication, industrial, communication, Russell 2000, technology. See how we're not down here? That's important. Starting to come up. That's telling us that speculative stocks are actually starting to move higher. Okay? All right, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Now, we do have some pretty strong momentum to the downside right now, but we also have pretty good momentum to the upside. So essentially, we have a two-sided market with the bears a little bit sloping us. If you look at volatility, you could see we're starting to come up here, but we're not up here, and we've already bounced from this level twice. My biggest concern is us getting above 23 before coming down. That's my biggest concern. I don't want us to come up here before coming down. Okay? I don't know if that's going to happen or what's going to happen, but that's my main concern. But as of right now, we're as choppy could be. There's no trend in this market. Roger, how come you haven't been holding positions very long? What do you want me to do? Hold dirt? This is not good for holding positions a long time. We've been doing very short trades, very, very short trades. Very, very short trades. Okay. All right. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, we have about 760 people. Please make sure you are watching at 1080p. I'm about to get into levels, and give us one thumbs up if this is helpful to you. Okay. And subscribe to our channel. Okay. Here's links for the VIP room today, where I'll be talking about options, spreads, and implied volatility. Here's the Telegram channel where I post, and I'm about to post some more goodies for you. And here's Customer Service Live, where it's Taco Tuesday. That's Trading View. Let me post this for you. I'm going to post this for you. Here, so you guys can have this. I know a lot of you wanted me to talk about financials, so there you go. Okay, there you go. I just posted this for you, okay? I posted this for you in the Telegram channel, okay? All right, and choppiness, possibly some upside. Nice, beautiful ascending triangle in semiconductors. RSP, are we going to break this level or are we going to bounce back up? If we break this level, is money going to be going into bonds and cash, or is it going to be going into back into speculative stocks and inside financials? Let's keep an eye on this. That's an interesting level we're at right now. Mags flat at the 200, Russell flat at the 200. Let's talk levels. And I got to get out of here pretty soon. Can't afford to be late to work. Somebody's got to earn their keep. By the way, if you got into Micron yesterday, hold on, let me see what price we paid. If you went long Micron for and you didn't get out yesterday in the pit, we got in at 420. It's at 427.80 right now. It's only about $7 higher. Just FYI for all of you folks who got into Micron yesterday and didn't get out. I know some of you hold them for swings, so just FYI. Anybody held Micron for a swing yesterday? Let me know. All right, let's do these levels. Let's do these levels for you. That's from yesterday. Okay. Thanks, Sergey. Appreciate that. There you go, Kevin. That's the spirit. You can send me a thank you letter later today after you close it out. Okay. Those will do. See, I was tired before coming in here. Now you guys got me all energized. I'm going to post these for you right now. So if you're in the Telegram channel, you should have them. But you got to be in the Telegram channel. SPY overnight levels. There you go. All right, Ralph, Belfast, Bob. There you go. There you go. You guys must hate the pit. You guys must absolutely hate my pit program, right? The worst program ever, where we haven't had an issued loser since October 13th of last year. I can't believe I'm saying that. We're already in end of February, over 4 months. QQQ. Yeah, you guys must really hate my pit program. I get nothing but nasty letters from the pit telling me how awful it is and how people hate it. I'm being really sarcastic right now. No change in levels from last night on the QQQ. No change. Just going to add one little level right here. Otherwise, no change. Yeah, you guys must really hate the pit. Good for you, Karen. Good for you. Look, the pit, great job. Yeah. I'm just joking around. DRM says best program ever. Yeah, it is. It's great. That's how I actually trade. That's how I traded for 32 years. The way you see me trade in the pit. So you see why the Bronfmans kept me around for 8 years? The Bronfmans were the richest family in Canada at the time, and I was their private trader. They kept me in the back office for 8 years. Let's see. SMH levels. Let's do SMH levels. Woo. They broke out. That's nice levels on this today. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I'll give you some gravy. Just in case. You never know. You never know how the balls bounce. These are, if we can get above this level right here, we're golden, folks. Okay, those are your levels for SMH. Okay, those are levels for SMH. And let me give you Russell 2000. Pretty tight levels on Russell 2000 last night. That should keep you busy. Let me just give you one more in case we break higher. Just for good measures. Okay. My dogs are away while my wife is gone, and my cats are all here. And when the dogs are not here, there's usually 4 dogs. Without the dogs, you should see what they do. They go crazy at night. It's like different animals. I hear them in the middle of the night doing zoomies around the house, those cats. There is no replacement for COBOL interpreter. There's a workforce large volume processing of data. Thank you, Naples fan. I appreciate that. I don't know anything about programming, so I'm just going to sit here quietly and mind my own business. I posted that. Let me give you TLT levels. All right. Those are pretty good levels. Nah, we don't need that. Okay, we can work with that. All right. I'm going to be late today. Going to get in trouble with the boss. Clyde's going to be angry. All right. Now let me give you, those are the levels. I posted them all in the Telegram channel. Now let me give you stocks that I'm looking at, and I got to run. Sophie to the short side, more downside. Microsoft, this is not good. I don't like this. SMR. Unity Software. Yep, freedom to roam the whole house. That's a nice. See how it gaps down and it continues to gap? That's what I was talking about. Unity, Pan W. It's a nice short. TTD, I've been giving you this stock almost daily. No joke. I've literally been giving it to you almost daily, and it's still moving down. TTD, D-Dog. Adobe. Affirm. W. Wayfair. This is breaking the 200-day, and this is very dependent on retail sales. So keep an eye on this stock. That's dangerous when it breaks 200, and it's got a lot of volume here. So this is pretty good breakdown right there. Wayfair, Upwork. Oh, thank you for that. Earnings tomorrow on TTD. Thank you for that. Remember, some of you guys ignore me and trade through earnings. I'm just, letting you know. But thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a nice breakdown right there. Okay, let's go the upside stocks, and then Uncle Roger's got to run. Got to do the hasta la vista, baby. Iron Mountain looks great. Volume's not there, though. That's the only problem. Philip Morris. That's not great that stock is running up. Edison. Be careful here. It's not ready yet. This is not ready yet. It's got to get above this level yet. As a matter of fact, I'm going to dump it from my list. It's not ready yet. BIIB. This one is ready. It's an A line right there, by the way. STLD. Hopefully you guys are getting value out of this. That's a nice stock that's ready to go, by the way. Let Matt know about that one. Okay, STLD, APD. This stock has to get above 287.15. 287.15. Okay. Sherwood-Williams. This stock has to get a little higher. It's not ready yet, but I'm watching it right now. This would be a good, you know what? This may be a good week, a diagonal. Added to this. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself here. Can you do a quick explanation of IV correct? And I will, but not today or tomorrow. Probably on Friday. I will later this week when I talk about data miner. I will later this week. I promise you. Remind me not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow in the morning, and I'll cover you, Ann, and I'll show you on data miner how it's used. Sherwood-Williams. I do have that planned, but later in the week. Okay. Verizon's looking beautiful. FCX. FCX is looking good. It's got to get above this. It's got 3 tops right here. It's got to get above this area. Okay. So please wait for it to get above this area. Okay. Coca-Cola. I think Richie and I were talking about this stock yesterday, and I was telling him how speculative stocks start coming up again, that these defensive stocks will cool off. They have a very negative relationship to speculative stocks. I like this stock. This is on one of my top stocks today. That's a beauty right there. That's a beauty right there. ADI. Yes, we had a sell on A-line yesterday, but it doesn't mean, Murray, it's still a bad-looking stock for day trading. In the pit, sometimes I take trades that are a little overextended for short-term gains. Okay, just FYI. But you're right. You're right. You're right about that, Murray. You're right. Just because we took a profit on a swing doesn't mean I don't like it for a quicker boost. That is a beautiful-looking stock right there. Nice breakout. Nice breakout on volume. So it's got something behind it. Okay. CME Group. See, like this stock, I would. Okay, so to give you an example, Murray, I would already have taken profit on a swing trading program on this stock already. But on a day trading program, like for example, or something where I do swings and day trades in the pit, this would still be okay, especially because it's got volume. So just FYI, I don't negate stocks that are already breaking out in the pit. I do it in other programs. Just you guys need to know that. And I talk about that in the VIP room. I talked about it like 2 days ago. Last but not least, Rostor. This is a beauty. That is a beauty right there. I really like Merck, Rostor, and ADI. Those 3 stocks are beautiful. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Let me just check IRM one more time. Yeah, that's nice too. Okay, folks, I have to get out of here. Here is the link for the show that we just did together. You and I, we just recorded this show together. If you missed any of what I talked about today, I'm going to post this in the Telegram channel too, so folks who missed this show could potentially see a replay. Okay, and I got to get out of here. There, recording. for today's VIP pre-morning show, including my watch list of stocks for today and my levels. Good luck, folks. All right, just posted it for you. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I got to run. I got to earn my keep. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. And keep an eye on financials. Let's see if we get a turnaround on financials today. And let's see how, if money from financials goes to cash or into speculative stocks like tech stocks. That's going to be a very, very important. I'll keep you updated throughout the entire day. True trends are swings. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day.